Hey guys, I have been thinking about this topic that I'm going to share today for a while, but it's taken me a little bit of time to put it together. And as much as I love to be genuine and just to love things flow directly out of me, this is too much information and I don't want to mess it up. So I want to do a cult breakdown. What does cult actually mean? And I want to show it in a different couple of ways. So I'm just going to start right out by breaking it down into the C in cult stands for control. And cults thrive on controlling their members, mentally, emotionally, and even physically. The U stands for uniformity. There's no room for individuality in a cult. Members are expected to conform completely, adopting the same mindset, language, and rules without questioning them. And then the L stands for loyalty. Absolute loyalty to the leader or ideology is required. Dissent or questioning is seen as a betrayal, often resulting in punishment, shunning, or fear-based consequences. And the T stands for tyranny. At its core, a cult operates under authoritarian leadership where one or few individuals hold unchecked power. This power is maintained through manipulation, coercion, and sometimes even threats. The cult traits is that, number one, there's usually a charismatic leader, one person who holds executive influence and is seen as beyond questioning. The number two is us versus them mentality. The group sees outsiders as lost, evil, or unworthy. Number three, mind control. The use of fear, guilt, shame, and even love bombing to manipulate emotions. Number four, secrecy and isolation. Members are discouraged from questioning or leaving. Number five, exploitation. It can involve financial, emotional, or even physical exploitation. So now let's break it down to cult-like thinking in judgment, which is so prevalent, I believe, in our day-to-day lives. So when we think about cult in our day-to-day thinking and judgment, the C stands for closed-mindedness. Judgment locks us into a fixed perception, preventing growth. The U stands for us versus them mentality. Seeing others as separate reinforces division and disconnection. The L stands for limited awareness. We only see what fits our judgment, blinding us to deeper truths. And the T is trapped in ego. Judgment feeds the illusion of superiority or victimhood, keeping us stuck. The labyrinth of self-judgment. When we judge others, we also judge ourselves, because every external judgment reflects an internal fear or insecurity. This creates a labyrinth with no exit, because the more we judge others, the more rigid our worldview becomes. The more rigid our worldview becomes, the more we fear being wrong. The more we fear being wrong, the more defensive we become. And the more defensive we become, the harder it is to change. The labyrinth isn't external, it's internal. And every judgment we cast builds another wall between us and freedom. Bold, freedom. How to break out of the judgment of labyrinth is to escape. We have to dismantle the cult of judgment by, number one, recognizing that judgment as a mirror. Every judgment reveals something within us that needs awareness. Asking deeper questions instead of labeling, ask, what is this showing me about myself? Inner work. Our own internal work. Practicing radical curiosity, viewing people as puzzles to understand rather than problems to fix. Breaking the illusion of separation and seeing others as extensions of ourselves, interconnected and evolving. Judgment versus discernment. Now here's the key. Not all assessments are judgments. Judgment equals fixating on what is wrong and reinforcing separation. Discernment is understanding what aligns with us without condemnation. One traps and the other one frees. A new path through the maze. What if every time we judge, we saw it as a doorway instead of a wall? A signal to explore deeper within ourselves rather than reinforcing our own mental cult. That's the way out. Judgment locks us in, but awareness lets us walk through. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned because I'm going to begin a series of recipes that's going to help us understand each other more and create more freedom. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and share.